Konnichiwa, Rasori desu. It's September 23rd, Friday night, and it's been about a week now since I went to Tokyo Game Show. So last Saturday I went with my mate David, who works at the same place I do here in Ota. We went to Tokyo on very early Saturday morning to get to a big conference hall place in Tokyo where they're holding Tokyo Game Show. I think it's an annual event every year where big game companies, video game companies, show off the latest games and stuff. It's really popular, really busy. So you don't have to get tickets and go in. Like, you can just buy tickets on the door, but to be able to do stuff when you're there, you gotta like queue up for ages. So this video is my experience at Tokyo Game Show last Saturday. They're kind of weird. Whoa, look at the crowd down there. Yeah.
It's just like,
Oh, dude.
this one leads to that one over there probably, right? Let's go!
So it's 10:15. What time is it? 10:15?
10:15.
You can be in my vlog. This is my friend David.
10:16.
10:16. Where are we?
Tokyo Game Show.
What are we doing right now?
Waiting in a long line
Again.
again.
So we got here for like 9 o'clock, and then it opens at 10. So we queued up to come in, and now we're queuing some more to get into the main area. And it's raining. Up there is what's up there? Really cool stuff.
I don't know, I'm not as tall as you, I can't tell.
No, like in the building that we're aiming for, the main building. We've just been
Capcom,
through indie area and
Capcom,
VR area.
Konami,
Capcom,
Sony.
Yeah. All the big games. And why are we going over there? What are we going to play?
Cool stuff.
Something specific though, isn't there?
Biohazard
Oh, Biohazard.
7.
Oh, is that what it's called?
That's what it's called in Japan.
Oh, really?
Resident Evil 7 VR.
Which I'm not bothered about, but it's VR, so maybe it's going to be good.
Plus The Guardian.
Yeah, The Last Guardian,
The Last Guardian.
which I'm interested in. But I don't know if it's going to be anything to do here. Apart from watching. So,
Only one way to find out.
hopefully we'll be in soon. We've been queuing up to go into Resident Evil for about half an hour, maybe 40 minutes, and finally near the front of the queue.
scary.
So this is my not impressed face. We queued up for, well, we got to the game show itself at about 9. But by the time we got to the queue and everything, it was 9:30. Doors opened at about 10. We went straight past all the other stuff you could do to the main area, queued up. That didn't open till 10:30, so we had to queue up there waiting for that to open, so we killed another half an hour waiting for that to open. For some reason that opened later than the other section. Then we went to get in, we got into that eventually through the big crowd. We got to the Resident Evil. It was a right nightmare trying to get into the queue for Resident Evil. So here's Resident Evil, which my mate was trying to do, and I was like, oh yeah, this sounds good fun, it's going to have VR. You know, Resident Evil, I'm not really into Resident Evil particularly. I think it's maybe the first Resident Evil game was really great if you had PlayStation back in whenever, 1990, whatever it was. But like they're just releasing, it's like Metal Gear Solid, just releasing piles of new games and whatever, unless you're like a fan of the franchise. But anyway, so I thought, even though I'm not into Resident Evil, a horror game in VR was, and a big horror game, like made by a big company, not just some, experimental VR game that someone's made. This is a big studio horror game, famous franchise, on VR. It should be the best kind of VR horror experience. So I was actually quite looking forward to it by the time we got to the thing. So there it is, Resident Evil, big thing, like queue going all the way up to the front. We were prepared, we're going to be waiting for like an hour to get into this thing, whatever. We'd gone straight to it first thing so that we hopefully beat the queues maybe. But like once we got there, the queue was already full, of course. These things always are like that. There's no such thing as beating the queue unless you get like the early bird ticket or something, I guess. There's people doing it. We can see the VR headsets out the front. We see them doing it. We can see the screen on the top telling you all about what it's going to be like. So we're like hyped up for this by now. We get to the front of the queue, right? So the queue's full, and there's a couple of like Japanese staff members milling about, and loads of people around, obviously. So we're like, the queue looks full. Can we go into the queue? Can we wait here? Do we have to get a ticket? Is it full? Is it too late or whatever? How do we get in? And we don't speak very good Japanese, and they don't speak any English, of course. But they seem to be telling us like to come back in an hour. So we're like, come back in an hour, whatever. So he's just telling us that to get rid of us. So we just sort of chill out, hang around just to see what's happening. I'm telling David, like, we need to stay here because, the queue's going to go down. They're going to open up and let people in. He's saying come back in an hour just so that we move away. If we just hang around the area for a bit, the queue will open up and we need to get in. If we're not here when he opens the queue, just whoever's there will go in and then they'll close the queue again. They're just going to like keep opening the queue and letting people in, whoever's nearest by. So we've got to stay here. And he's like, no, maybe we should go and look at something else or whatever. So I'm like, no, we need to stay here. So exactly like that happened, right? So we sort of moved. He tried to get. Well, I wanted to stand right next to the queue, but he told us to move. This Japanese guy wanted us to move away. So we moved away. Lo and behold, he opened the queue. Whoever was nearest got in, and he let like 5 people in. Then we were like, oh, let's go. Right as we got there, closed the queue again, and we were like, what? So we're not moving anymore. So I was like, we're not moving. We're going to stay here. So he tried to move us away. So I was like, right, obviously he doesn't want us to stand right next to the queue and he's going to shove us away. But if we just stand like two steps away from there, he can't stop us from being like in the main public. If it's in the main public area, he can't stop us from being there. Once we're out of his like jurisdiction, maybe it's not his concern anymore. You don't have to worry about it. It's not his fault if we're hanging around. So that's what we did. And a couple of other people were hanging around and we could see. And another guy was behind me and he was like, oh, it's going to be soon. And when they opened it, we were like, zoom, straight through. So we got to the queue, finally. So we'd been queuing for the queue. We queued to go in. We queued to go into the main area from there. We queued to go in the queue. We queued in the queue for Resident Evil. We spent like half an hour, 40 minutes in this queue as well, watching the people playing on VR. Finally get to the front. They let us through. We go, instead of going straight to the VR places, they let like a chunk of people through and you go into the building, like this big house they set up, round the corner, through these doors, so you don't know what you're going to find. And what's inside there? We were thinking it was going to be like some sort of experience, like when you queue up for a Disney ride at Disney World. Often the queue itself is a bit of an experience before you get to the ride. So we were thinking I was thinking it was going to be like some sort of creepy haunted house experience, or whatever, before you go out the other door to the VR headsets. Or maybe there'd be more VRs inside, I don't know. What did we find? Inside, once you go around the corner so that no one can see it, none of the people in the queue can see what's going to be happening for real. Inside is like maybe 30 computers set up with monitors, just 2D monitors. You get to stand at a monitor and do the demo, the Resident Evil 7 demo on a 2D monitor with all the other people doing it around you, with your headphones on. And then you get given this stupid bag. Got given this bag. Like, I don't know why I'm showing you. I'm going to mosaic this out somehow so that you don't advertise this stupid game with this stupid company. So I got to play the stupid demo, which was naff, it was crap, it was boring, whatever, I'm not bothered. And then it was just 2D, and then out you go. So we queued for who knows how long. Probably like 2 hours queuing in total or whatever by the time we got out. I'll tell you, by the time we got out, it was about 12:30. Turns out, to get on the VR headsets, you have to have a special VR headset ticket, which you have to buy separately from the ticket for the main event. And of course, they're all sold out. Like, not a chance of getting that now, because VR is really popular and all these big games everyone wants to play. So they were just sold out. I don't even know how you get them. They weren't advertised on the website that we saw. So we were just like, I'm sure everyone in that queue was thinking it was going to be VR because they had the VR people out the front. So it was a total scam, total rubbish. We didn't get to play VR there. So that was disappointing. And then of course it was 12:30. It was lunchtime. We were hungry, but the lunch hall was going to be heaving with people. So we were like, not even going there. We went straight to the other building, which is the indie game area. They had a VR headset area in that building, like a whole area dedicated to VR. Even that, right? We went there thinking at least we're going to play VR in that place, so they've got loads of VR stuff going on. Even that was piles of people queuing up, like 2-hour queues to get on these rubbish little games. Even if that for a 2-hour queue for that. Eventually, we managed to just luck out and found this little decent looking game, which didn't advertise how long the queue was. So we queued up for like an hour and a half to go on this game. So at least we managed to do VR. Apart from that, it was a bit rubbish.